It is my distinct honor to introduce this guy. A lot of you already know him. You've already chatted with him online. This is Stephen J. He is the VP of Marketing and Public Relations for the Croton Watch Company. He works alongside with the nicest man in the world, David Mermelstein. It is so good. You can't get rid of me, can you?
No.
You've tried.
It is so wonderful
to be back
together with you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you here in Minnesota.
Yeah, now, even though you're involved in marketing and that, he is a watch aficionado. He's a watch expert. He knows everything about watches, so please listen to this guy. Nice tourbillon you're wearing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, very nice tourbillon, isn't it?
I wasn't here when David brought this out, so. It is the limited edition Imperial Tourbillon, real, genuine tourbillon. And Stephen will go through and tell you what is a tourbillon. Here's what I know about a tourbillon. I mean, I know how it works and everything. But when I was first starting out in this business, I remember tourbillons started at about 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand.
At least.
Because of the apparatus, because of the handmade mechanical apparatus that is involved in one of these. 4 color choices: silver tone, rose tone, gold tone, gunmetal. But Stephen, I'm going to let you just describe what a tourbillon is.
Well, the tourbillon was actually created in 1795 by Louis Breguet. And Breguet's theory was that back then, of course, there were only mechanical movements in watches. There were no such thing as quartz or automatic. So Breguet was trying to figure out a way how to create more accuracy within a mechanical watch. So he felt that the gravitational pull affected the mechanical movement, namely the escapement and the balance wheel that you see there in the center. What most people will say, oh, that's the heartbeat that they're looking at. So what Breguet did is he took the escapement and the balance wheel and he put it in a rotating cage to negate the effects of gravity. Because if you could imagine, you're wearing your watch during the day at different angles. Sometimes you might have your hand on your desk, at your computer keyboard. I'm just going to jump back right there. There you see the rotating cage with the 3 blue screws. You see the escapement right there on the outer part of the wheel turning around, and the forks that are digging, they're grabbing and releasing. That's actually what makes the ticking sound in an automatic or a mechanical timepiece. Okay, so what this is doing is it's continuing to rotate the escapement and balance wheel, thereby negating the effect of gravity. So it doesn't matter if you're wearing your watch upside down, sideways, right side up, this mechanical watch is going to keep time with incredible accuracy. I tested it myself just on a 24-hour time when we first got them in the office, and it kept time to the minute when I came back into the office the next day. This is Croton's 133th anniversary timepiece. It is a limited edition, so this is definitely a collector's item. This is our first tourbillon. We have never made one before. The first time we ever done it, and we've done it for the anniversary. It contains 21 jewels. As Skip had mentioned, it's got a sapphire crystal, a machine bezel that's unique to Croton, and the genuine crocodile strap with a dual deployant buckle. Definitely it has the exhibition case back as well. High polished on the sides of the watch, brushed lugs and brushed in between the high polished machine bezel right there. We've also done machining on the movement as well that makes up part of the dial. You've got an AM, PM indicator and a second time zone over there at the 9 o'clock position. This watch is really, really an incredible work of art. It goes without saying that this is a collector's item.
Yeah, it is.
And as you had mentioned that you had seen, tourbillons for 30,000, 50,000. Tourbillons go for easy 6 figures. To be able to get a tourbillon for under $1,000 is just unbelievable. Not everybody could appreciate that. Those of us who have been in the watch industry for quite a long time and have been around these watches that are made with Swiss tourbillon movements understand the value. It's almost just unheard of to
Yeah.
be able to get a tourbillon movement at this
I never
price.
thought I would see the day for a tourbillon under 1,000.
It takes so long to make this movement, and it is so complicated to produce this movement, and to produce it for this price is something that I would encourage everybody out there that is thinking about picking up the phone and calling. Please do so. Bring this watch home, put it on your wrist, take it off your wrist, explore it. It's science, it's art, it's a collector's item. I cannot encourage you enough to pick up this watch. Absolutely. I mean, just look, talk about the accuracy. This is a watch to marvel at. Look at the way the balance wheel and the escapement rotates, how the cage rotates. This is something that you could just stare at continuously.
Yep.
Something that you could wake up every day like a kid that just got his new toy and take it out and just marvel at the genius and the technical ingenuity of this watch. If you could imagine that these watches were really the supercomputers of days gone by, to be able to machine the screws, the sprockets, and the springs and put them all together in such perfect synchronicity as to unwind and be able to track time the way this does, it's really magical. This is romance in its finest form. And you'll have a 52-hour power reserve when this watch is
52?
52-hour power when this watch is
I must say, and I'll go on record by saying that was the fastest hour show I've ever experienced.
I had a great
That was
time.
so much fun.
Yes, absolutely.
You're a very knowledgeable man. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of the day. You'll be here throughout the
Yes.
day with more Croton clearance.